All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us here on Championship Sunday. This is Scott Golden, joined in the booth by Megan Hull, and we've got a fantastic men's doubles pro final here for you guys to take a look at. If you were tuning in last night, you know that the two semifinals matches were unbelievable matches. They were played out with hard-fought battles. Each point was extremely tough for each of the opponents playing. And the teams that came out on top were Pat Smith and Jay DeVilliers from Wichita, Kansas. And the other side of the bracket that came out on top is Callan Dawson and DJ Young out of California. And these guys battled hard all day long to get to this point. Megan, the reason I love this format is because we're going to see the best of these guys' games because they're fresh, they've had a good night's rest, and they haven't been playing all day and have to fight through and find some energy that may not be there. These guys are ready to go, they're locked and loaded, and that's really what I love about the format. We're seeing them at their best.
Yes, I agree. I mean, obviously it's a beautiful day here. There was some rain this morning, so we have a little bit of a later start time, but I think that allowed the players to get a nice, good warm-up in. I think anyone who plays pickleball knows that it's a very quick game with a lot of ups and downs, so you have to be really warm, but beneficial to these players that they can play this one match today. Nice and fresh, like you said, Scott.
Yeah, and Megan, let's take a look at the men's pro doubles draw, the bracket. We're going to go basically from the bracket and show you the path traveled by both these teams to get here to the finals. So let's take a look at DJ Young and Callan Dawson first. They were in the top half of the quarterfinals, and DJ Young and Callan Dawson squared off against Hendry Winarto and Johan Nogerbat in the quarterfinals. It was a 3-game set, and Megan, go ahead and talk about the scores for those 3 games there.
Yes, Hendry and Johan actually won the first game pretty definitively at 11-4, and then DJ and Callan, I think, kicking it into gear, winning the second game pretty close to an 11-9, and then 11-5 in the third. I think just gaining their stride. You know, Scott, you and I were both watching that match. Hendry and Johan had their chances in that second game, but just couldn't close the deal, and I think that's a testament to what solid, consistent players DJ and Callan are. So they're at a very high level. So that bumped them to the semifinals, where they played Tyler Loon and Spencer Smith.
Yes, and Tyler Loon and Spencer Smith in the quarterfinals beat Ben Randlett and Pablo Tellez from the Bonita Springs area. And those guys won in 2, 11-8, 11-7. So then the semifinal of the top bracket was a 3-setter. And go ahead and talk about the scores on that one.
So DJ and Callan came out obviously victorious against Tyler Loon and Spencer, going to 3 games, 11-5. They lost the second game 7-11, and then a pretty smoking third game score of 11-1. So we also watched that match, Scott, and I know Tyler and Spencer really played their hearts out. A couple of days ago, as they did yesterday in mixed, just coming up short in that third game. Obviously, DJ and Callan changed a little bit of their game plan there. Also, it's been windy these past few days. Today, we're not dealing with that wind so much, so it's, we'll really get to see, who the best players are out on the court today without much weather variance coming into play.
Yeah, it ended up being a beautiful afternoon. We had to take the morning off and give Mother Nature a chance to breathe a little bit, and now the weather has subsided, the sun's out, and we've got a beautiful day for the rest of the afternoon. Let's take a look at the bottom half of the quarterfinals. You had Zane Navratil and Jeff Warnick squaring off against Jay DeVilliers and Patrick Smith from Wichita, and they won that one in 2 hard-fought battles, 11-6, 11-9.
Correct. Pat and Jay had to fight to beat Zane and Jeff. You both know that, Scott, you know that Zane and Jeff are no players to mess with. Obviously, that could have been a final match right there. So, congrats to Jay and Pat for making it through. I think this tournament has had such deep, strong players throughout the time. It looks like we're going to get started in just a second. Jay and Pat then had to play in the semifinals Tyson, Mcguffin, and Andre Diescu. So we want to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, and then it looks like the finals, they moved on. They were able to beat Tyson and Andre in 2 matches, 12-10, 11-9, and that's how they got the path to the podium. We're going to see who is crowned World Pickleball Champion. Right now, we've got Andrea Gately as our official referee for today. She's about to kick us off any minute now, and the players are getting their last second strategies put together, and then we're going to see 0-0-2 here shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a men's pro double gold match. On our receiving side, we have Colin Dawson and DJ Young.
It's about 79 degrees here
side, we have Jay
in Punta Gorda,
and
Florida. These guys already have a little sweat going.
This is a match.
Frenchman and the German looking poised, calm, confident, looking across the net at the other side. It's the same calm, cool, collected guys in DJ Young and Colin Dawson out of California. Encinitas, California to be exact.
Time in 0-0-2.
0-0-2.
I need Tim Thorne to report to court 13. Tim Thorne to court 13.
That's a beautiful below the net backhand roll by Patrick Smith. I think Callan and DJ are going to test Patrick today to see how
1-0-2.
1-0-2.
Side out.
All right. A forehand third shot drop coming up a little short there for Jay. We're going to get a side out. And I think the grip on that
0-1-1.
Electrum Pro paddle by Pat was really, really obvious when you saw that ball grip off that thing, come over the net.
Second serve.
Quick poach there by Callan Dawson. He's still getting loose there, not able to have some success.
I
with
need
that
Walt
early, but
Flynn.
we'll see
Please
that shot
report to
again, I'm
court
sure.
10. Walt Flynn. Please report to court 10.
Notice how Callan Dawson lets very few of those dings bounce in front of him. He leans so far out with his paddle, and he looks to grab almost every single ball that he can out of the air, which also gives him the ability to attack at any moment. This is what we saw there. That ball landed, Pat looking to call it out, right, Megan? He realized the look on his face that that ball landed.
You know what? It's a testament to the sportsmanship because that ball was very close. I don't think too close to call. 2-1-2.
There's a hand battle exchange going on right there. Yeah! Boy, that's intense. That ball is getting slapped back and forth pretty quick between Jay and Callan. Then it switched over between DJ and Pat, and DJ able to get the upper hand on Pat there on that exchange.
3-1-2.
3-1-2.
Side up. One, 3-1.
Nice solid point by Patrick and Jay.
2-3-1.
2-3-1. Jay looking to be aggressive. Maybe a little too soon there. Patience is key. 2-3-2.
Side out. 3-2-1.
3-2-1.
Come on. Serve.
Looked like a little bit of miscommunication there between Callan and DJ. Not sure who was covering the middle.
Here we go.
3-2-2.
Notice Callan way out there in the kitchen.
Scott, I think that's the right game plan. DJ and Callan have to stick to. Dink to
4-2-2.
Frank Diaz, please report to court line.
Yes!
That's a good exchange. Pat getting the better end of DJ that time. We'll see a lot of those firefight exchanges throughout the 3-game match or 2-game match that we see, so expect to see that quite a bit. It'll be soft, 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 and power. I don't think that Jay had that ball like he thought at first. It just didn't have the pace on it to go around the post. Would you agree? Yeah.
2-4-2.
Yes. 2-4-2.
It's a good drive by Pat.
We're seeing Jay start to stack on this left side here because I think that he is stronger with the backhanding on this side.
That's a good attack by Callan Dawson. He's very calculated in his attacks. He will absolutely stay patient as long as he needs to in a rally until he gets the right ball to attack.
4-3-1.
4-3-1.
That's the first, I believe, separation of more than 1 point between the two teams. So now it's a 2-point advantage for Callan Dawson and DJ Young.
5-3-1.
I love the defense by the California boys here. They worked their way all the way back up to the non-volley zone and then unable to capture that point, but that was a great rally that we saw played out in front of us there.
5-3-2.
5-3-2. Oh, a great move by Jay. Pat almost able to cover it. But did you see the reset that Pat did off that smack?
Unbelievable.
Juan Araya, please report to courts 3
Really
and
intense.
4.
You
Your
see the
division has
electricity
started.
starting to
Juan
happen between Pat
Araya,
and Jay.
you have
They
5
become
minutes
very,
to report to
very
court
dangerous
3 and
opponents
4.
when they both get that momentum going in the right direction.
You can see how comfortable they are playing with one another. They just know exactly where each other is going to be at the right time.
For sure, they certainly play off of each other, and the energy that they create is electric between one another. That's well played by DJ Young right there. He actually set that up perfect. Letting that last ball go out long.
3-6-2.
3-6-2. Great patience by Jay Duvier right there.
Yeah, I mean, he ducked out of the way. That ball is clearly out. One of the things that the pros do well is let those balls go out for points.
Free point.
Yeah, it's a rare miss return by Callan Dawson there.
5-6-2. Side out.
Callan hits off speed sometimes, so I think
6-5-1.
Jason it's easy to. I think that ball's coming harder. But it's really not. 6-5-1.
Yeah!
It's a good put away there. Anytime that ball goes up in the middle with all four of these players, it's going to get put away most likely. The defense is stellar, but that ball is not coming back.
6-5-2.
6-5-2.
Look at that intensity between both Jay and Callan. Ultimately, Callan sliding to the left and able to take that forehand past Pat Smith for a winner.
7-5-2.
So far, only a 2-point advantage.
Yes!
You know what? I'm actually not disappointed in that lob. He thought he could catch Jay. I think it came up a little short, but that was a good strategy right there to try to catch him off guard, leaning forward into the kitchen.
I think that when you're up 7-5, you don't need to take those risky shots. I mean,
5-7-1.
but you need to do that side out.
Yeah, especially Jay being 6'2". It's going to be a tough lob. You know, Pat's had some success there. That's the second one that he's ripped into the body of DJ that's dumped into the net, so he may need to go back to that trend right there.
Callan catching that ball behind him.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Sometimes those clip the net like that and it shoots sideways.
DJ and Callan wanting to nip the momentum of Jay and Pat right there, so a timeout is called.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back to the action in just a minute.
15 seconds. Receivers, that is your first time.
All right, guys, we're back to the action. Megan Hall in the booth with me, Scott Golden, Championship Sunday.
Time in.
Andrew's going to bring us back here to the live action. That is unbelievable athleticism from Callan Dawson. The dink came over a little high, and Jay jumped it and hit it right up into the face of Callan. And somehow he was able to contort his body and hit a winner off of it. Not many people can do that, Megan.
7-7-2.
That's so good. That ball is getting just hit around, straight on, cross court, didn't matter. Jay and Pat were dialed in on that point.
How many do we have, Red?
You have 7.
Yeah.
8-7-2. Point.
Unforced error there by DJ Young. Handing Jay and Pat a free point right there.
9-7-2.
9-7-2.
Side out.
I believe that's the second missed third shot drop from Jay. Just looked like he mishit that ball a little bit off his Vulcan
7-9-1.
B560 paddle.
Yes!
you know what? I think Jay said he was done with that point right there, Megan. He just wanted to end it.
He didn't hit that with any force, right, Scott?
There was no power behind that one. Boy, he put that ball away hard.
7-9-2. Side out.
DJ trying to finesse that third shot drop, coming up just on the top of the white net cord. Not able to get it to roll over. Although these Pickleplex nets are very friendly, that one not.
9-7-1.
9-7-1.
Oh, get in.
Wow, Callan holding that
Second
ball
serve.
to the very last minute to decide where he was going with it. I think that threw Pat off a little bit. Nice shot, Callan.
Yeah, and Pat wasn't quite up to the kitchen yet, so it's a good decision there.
Side out.
Backhand third shot drop now missing. Jay just seems to be a little off on his thirds. We're probably going to see DJ and Callan returning to Jay until he figures that out.
Yes.
Second
His
serve.
defense is not lacking, though, is it, Megan?
No, he's not struggling on his backhand volley at all today, or any day really. Very
Yeah, he's
solid part of his game.
Pretty consistent up there at the kitchen.
7-9-2.
All right. Little two-handed backhand there. DJ doing a good job moving that ball around. First he went to the inside hip, then he goes to the outside hip. Jay not able to be decisive, missing that dink into the net.
8-9.
That was insane.
He called it out. It was
No, this is not even
Oh,
close.
wow.
It's inside the court.
It's his call on that one.
But what you
That,
Oh, wow.
that ball looked good from our vantage point, but
Wow.
DJ, that's
I
not
did
good,
not
man.
clearly see it. It's his call.
That's unfortunate. That ball was well inside the line.
yeah, and you know, Jay and Pat don't usually argue line calls up too often, but Jay was confident, ultra
The
confident.
ref
that ball there.
unfortunately was on the other side
Well,
and
she's-
unable to see.
She
It's
just-
a very tough angle, but
You know what, Megan? You know what she told Jay? She said it's their call, so that tells me she didn't see it clearly. So she's going to defer to the receiving team to make that call, and they stood with that call. Jay having to compose himself now. Doing a good job so far. That's a good ball. So Jay is a true professional. He was able to overcome that, in his mind, what was a bad call by the opposing team. Able to finish that point right there with an overhead inside out, on and off the court there. Really fired up after that.
9-9-1.
don't fire up team model here.
Yeah, they're not the right guys to do that to. There's another one. DJ's dumped 3 of those from the drive of Jay and Pat right into the net. He doesn't seem like he's seeing that ball real well.
10-9-1.
Keeping Jay on the left, stacking on the even.
No.
So Jay looking for that finish right there. DJ recognizing how aggressive he was being. That was a good job sidestepping that 5th shot from Jay DeVilliers.
One more chance
9-10-1.
to serve for the game.
10-9-2.
Yep, 10-9.
10-9-2.
New play. 10-9-2.
I think this point's going to come down to patience.
On the line.
Side out.
So I want to make this clear, Megan, for anybody watching. If you heard Jay said out first, but that's player communication because he's letting his partner know not to hit it. Once the ball lands, then you make the final determination whether it's in or out, and then he changed that call to it was good. That's really, really well played by DJ Young, covering that middle ball. That's his length right there. He's kind of a long, athletic type of guy, kind of lanky, and using that to his strength right there.
10-10-1. Second serve.
Jay, I think, in DJ's head a little bit.
10-10-2.
Let's see if they can get one more on the side out. And there it is.
So what I've noticed about Callan is very calculated. He's very disciplined. but he did telegraph and show that he was going to rip that ball. He kind of indicated he was going to speed it up. Jay and Pat not fazed by that attack, and they were able to gain the upper hand after that exchange. Jay ready for the counter. Pat ultimately put it away.
Oh, that's so stupid, man.
I've noticed Pat coming off that kitchen a little bit to play defense. He's got to stay hugged up on that line, make sure he's getting those reset volleys back over the net.
10-10-2.
Jay really active right now.
Wow.
That, I think, is the chemistry between the two of them. Jay, last second, jumps for an Ernie. The ball comes back to the middle, and Pat's there with his backhand ready to put it away past the backhand of DJ. I mean, Megan, it went by him before he even realized what was going on there.
Right. I think,
Yes, he is.
I think Callan wasn't ready for Jay's shot. Tried to get it back in the middle.
11,
but
10,
Pat just
2.
right there waiting, like you had said, Scott. Scores 11-10. Game point. Oh, Jay trying for it again. Ball just a little bit low.
I feel like that's a
close to the
heat check.
net.
Yeah, I feel like that was a heat check. He got the first one and he said, okay, let me try it again. But I think a good adjustment from Callan Dawson, keeping that dink really, really soft and up close to the net, unattackable.
Sorry, guys.
That ball clipping the net. It threw off Jay's rhythm just a little bit. Yeah, good friendly roll there from the out-of-town guest from California.
Tied game here at 11-11-1.
This game could go either way right now, folks.
Ooh, an untimely misreturn. This time of the game, it can't happen. That
tough.
could be the game.
That's
right
tough.
There.
Yeah, that could be a dagger right there. Maybe not, though.
Wow.
Extremely good hands by Jay and Pat right there. Usually when the ball gets attacked like that, if you can't beat that initial reaction time, you're going to lose that point, and that's how it played out right there.
12-11-2.
Oh, what a lob by Callan Dawson. And we got an alley from Jay, which I believe is
Let's go.
let's go, yeah. In a different language there.
Not only did Pat get to that ball back at the baseline, but he put it in perfect form back on the other side of the net.
Yeah, he had,
setting himself up for the next shot.
basically hit a good drop shot with some pace on it from that lob. Excellent job there from Jay and Pat. So DJ making a good adjustment. He changed the angle of his paddle on those drives. Now he didn't dump it into the net. He actually got the ball deeper, causing Pat to miss the next one. That ball missing wide. I think he was trying to make sure he didn't miss that ball short into the net, and he lifted it just a little too much.
12-12-2.
What a game we have here, folks. Okay, there's an untimely misreturn. That is Callan's second misreturn of the game. He missed early in the game, and now he's missed here late. 13-12-2.
13-12-2.
Oh, that's great defense from DJ. He was sitting on that backhand. It's almost like he knew that time they were going to attack him on the backhand side.
Pressure's on Callan and DJ right now as they're down 12-13.
But I would argue the pressure's really on Jay and Pat in a way, because they're up and they have to make sure they stay disciplined and make good decisions here, as the other team's going to be pushing, I feel like, and staying aggressive to try to win some points.
Well, this point's going to put pressure on both teams.
Callan barely missing and avoiding the kitchen. Doesn't matter, though. DJ Young not able to come up with that backhand.
What hands by Jay?
Yeah, incredible. The defense from the Wichita boys is insane. There's a drive that clips the net, hitting Pat right in the chest. Now, what you have to understand about that is Pat is set up and ready for a ball that's not going to clip the net, and when it does, it throws everything upside down for them. So that goes for both sides.
Game point at 14-13-2.
Oh, that's really good defense there. Wow. Soft touch from the Frenchman, DeVilliers. After 3 hard overhead returns from the California boys, he drops one soft into the kitchen. DJ Young hustling to get it, not able to get it back over the net.
Very smart play by Jay. Timeout called by Callan and DJ. Probably needing a rest and looking to regroup as Jay and Pat start to serve.
Yeah, I think that's a great timeout. We're going to take a quick break as well, catch our breath, take a drink of water, and we'll be back to the action soon.
Gentlemen, we have 15 seconds and we are waiting. 13-14 right now. 15 seconds. Receivers, that was your last timeout. Serving team, you still have 2 timeouts remaining in this game. Time in.
All right, guys, we're back to the action.
13,
Scott Golden and
14,
Megan Hall
1.
bringing you all this pickleball action.
Come on, how many lets in one game?
I will say Callan and DJ have had an unbelievable amount of net cords today. They've been very lucky in this first game. 13-14-2.
I think it's skill.
Yeah.
Oh, that one not able
so
to
lucky
go over.
on that.
That one was
That
not
ball.
as lucky. But again, I think, you see, DJ missed that other one wide and high, so he's trying to make an adjustment there and ended up missing.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. We'll never know if that ball is in the ground because it actually hit Pat right in the tip of the shoe for the side out. 14-14-1.
Nice shot, DJ.
14-14-1.
Yeah.
All right. We've got a close battle here in game 1. Oh, he got that back somehow. I have no idea how he got that ball. What did we just witness from Jay and Pat right there? Somehow Jay contorted his body and able to get that tweener between his legs, but it wasn't just a ball that popped up. It was like
It was a line drive
It was a
to
line
the
drive.
other side of the net that was going to fall in if they didn't hit it.
Unbelievable.
Incredible point.
I don't know how he did that, but somehow he came up with that.
Yes.
Boy, they are
Good
really
hold.
feeling it.
Good communication by Pat there for the side out. They were able to hold them at 14-14, so let's see if they can close it right now.
I cannot believe what we're witnessing. This is a game 1 that is for the ages right now.
No, that's good.
So that was a
Second
heat check.
serve.
Pat and Jay feeling it right now. Pat looking for that drive. Not there yet.
14-14-2.
Oh, wow. Pat saying, uh-oh.
You know what? DJ wants that one back. He did not snap off on his wrist at the end right there with the paddle. That ball sailing long.
Pushed it.
He did push it. I've done that many times before.
15-14.
15-14-2.
Game point.
Oh, what an Ernie by DJ Young. You know, the key to that right there is he waited until the ball had left the paddle of his opponent, and then he shot for that Ernie. By that time, it's too late. That's a put away for DJ and a good side out. Let's see what they can do with this here. Another lead change. That's too good by Callan Dawson. One thing about Callan, he's very crisp with his shots coming back. He doesn't have wasted space or energy. He just is short and compact.
15-15.
Look at the defense going on here. That's so good by Pat and Jay, but you know, kudos to the other team, DJ and Callan, for that defense right there.
Go.
Do you think Jay and Pat are picking on one or the other on the other side of the net?
I don't think so. I think they're taking the best available shot to them, and I think when they get into those firefights after 3 or 4, they're moving it to the other guy to see if they can catch him. So good right there.
Wow.
So now we're gonna see if they can close game 1 here. They've had a couple opportunities. Actually, to be honest, Megan, both teams have had opportunities. This right now, I feel it. I feel the momentum has swung back to Jay and Pat, and I have a feeling that they're gonna find a way to get it done here. But let's see. Okay, not on that first one. Callan Dawson, a little too much for them there. Second serve. They're going to go back to a regular no stack. 15-15-2. Jay choosing to go with that two-handed backhand. Callan staying with his one hand. Great placement. So the roll, still going.
Oh wow. Extreme patience from both sides, but
ultimately, I think Callan recognized that he was going to rip that two-handed backhand early. He stepped into that middle and was able to tee off on it.
And you know what was a different change? They switched. DJ was then on the forehand, Callan playing the left-hand side, and really able to go more toe-to-toe with Jay on some of those cross-court deep rallies.
I believe that happened in the middle of the point when the ball rolled over from Pat's attack. I think they switched at that point. Okay, that's a good return from Pat. If you notice, he really sliced that return, Megan, soft and really stayed low when it bounced off the ground there. See the ball getting moved around nicely here. Nobody getting picked on specifically. Look at this defense. Look at this D going on right now. Yeah! Oh, goodness.
Come on!
Pat being the MVP of that point. What hands?
You know what? The defense on both sides is phenomenal, stellar to say the least. But right there, I thought that Callan had won that point at least 3 times, and that ball getting dug out at his feet, and Pat ultimately being the one coming out on top there.
15-15-1.
Is this a great game 1 or what? Oh boy, he slid over. Instead of hitting a forehand, he slid over and ripped that with his backhand.
All weekend, I've loved that Jay backhand.
Yeah.
All weekend. The dink and the high volley that puts it away also on the backhand side.
You know what? I think even him sliding over and hitting that backhand for a winner was the different angle that he created from it. It wasn't the traditional, angle from his forehand. And I think it threw off Callan and DJ just a little. All right, 16-15-1. clipping the net.
Game.
And that's game 1 in the books, 17-15. Can you ask for a better game to start World Pickleball Championship Sunday?
No, that was an incredible game. Much longer than I thought it would be. But 17-15, we're on to game 2.
Let's move on to game 2. We're going to take a quick break. This is Megan Hall and Scott Golden in the booth. We're going to be bringing you all the live action. We've also got Hollywood Hostler with us today. We'll be mixing him into the booth with us as well. And I don't know about you, Megan, but I'm excited about this game too.
Bring it on.
Some water over there.
All right, guys, this is Scott Golden and Megan Hall. Megan, I don't know if I have any words for game 1. Do you?
We have 15 seconds, gentlemen.
That was an incredible first
15
game.
seconds.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that game went 17-15
Gentlemen, game 2.
or 16-14. I can't remember.
17-15.
So incredible game 1.
0-0-2.
Point.
That's actually how intense that game was. I couldn't remember what the final score was. It was so good.
So now Pat and Jay are going to have the sun in their eyes a bit, so we'll see what Callan and DJ will do with that.
Side out.
Side out, 0-1.
Yeah, and Callan Dawson only hit 1 lob at that first game. We're going to see if he uses that lob again here in game 2 with the sun in their face.
Second serve.
That was a good attack right there from Pat. And I mean, from
0-1-2.
DJ and Callan. That ball missed, but not by a lot. I think they both were on the same page calling that out, but boy, that was close. Probably closer
to
than.
agree.
Yeah, they thought it was closer than they thought.
Callan not quite having the power that Pat and Jay do, but DJ sure does, putting that ball away for the side out.
Yeah, and just to touch on that, the reason Callan doesn't have quite as much power is the way he holds the paddle grip so high up on the paddle. He looks for the control and the angles versus the power.
Yeah.
1-1-2.
1-1-2.
Point.
DJ keeping that really low by the feet.
2-1-2.
2-1-2.
Point.
Okay. Sorry, Cal.
No, you're good.
Jay missing some of those backhand dings. Lots of spin on it. Needs to get a little more height on the ball there.
3-1-2.
Yes.
Callan leaving that ball a little bit high for Jay to really roll that ball right at DJ's feet.
Yeah, and those angles are hard. That's hard to defend that when the ball's coming with pace at your feet like that.
1-3-1.
1-3-1.
Second serve.
Hit the ball.
1-3-2.
Get out of here.
Yeah, once DJ gets that ball up above the shoulders, it usually doesn't come back. He's got more of a long, sweeping type of motion. That's really hard to read off the paddle.
Yes.
Wow. Jay hitting that winner from behind him. right down the middle between Callan, Dawson, and DJ
3-1-2.
Young. 3-1-2.
You. You. You.
Go!
That's a nice roll there from DJ. That's just a testament to his soft touch when he dinks. I mean, sometimes you think, oh, that's lucky, but really, that's really soft finesse and touch that he's got.
4-1-2.
And maybe those Pro Kennex paddles as well.
Oh, absolutely. It definitely helps.
Yeah!
Hey!
So when you have somebody drive at you, there's a couple options, and that one from Pat was the option to fire back. And boy, did he do that.
There was no
1-4-1.
block there.
There was not a block or a punch. That was a full-on swing there.
Yeah!
Okay, we're seeing a trend when they grip the ball into DJ's chest. He's dumping those into the net. He's got to find an answer for that here in game 2.
2-4-1.
That's so stupid. Sorry.
Second serve.
Wow, DJ actually sitting on the back end there, able to get his hand around to hit that forehand put away.
Yeah, that's because Pat didn't really speed it up with a lot of pace. It came a little slower, so DJ had time. That was an excellent job by DJ. You know what? I think he's a little frustrated. He actually hit an out ball from Pat on that third shot, and then Jay, recognizing that he was still trying to recover from that third shot, he ripped into the body of him on the 5th. So well executed there by Jay and Pat.
3-4-2. It was there, Scott.
Yeah, Jay got what he wanted. He just didn't get it to go over. So
Don't you know that feeling when you have it all
Oh.
day and it just clips the neck cord?
4-3-1.
Painful. 4-3-1 to the side out.
slight advantage for the California boys. There's a good drive by DJ. That was a short return set up from the serve of Callan, and DJ taking advantage and exploiting that short return, ripping into the body of Jay.
5-3-1.
5-3-1.
You.
Out.
Nope.
Good, come on.
Second serve.
Here,
Yeah.
go.
5-3-2.
You. Ah, come yet.
Pat reaching a little bit too much for that
Here,
ball.
Vamos.
Yeah, I love the self-talk from Pat and Jay. They are really vocal players.
You.
Listen,
Side out.
That ball's setting up high for DJ really to put that away.
yeah, but DJ came up a little too far. I think he should have trusted Callan to probably hit that ball, but
3-6-1.
he was going for it. That was a heat check as well. He's feeling it right now.
That's a beautiful ball.
You know what? I think Pat recognized DJ's the one more active right now, kind of taking control of the points. He slid a little too far to that middle, and Pat has the control of that ball. He was able to take it behind him.
But where I think Callan and DJ have had
4-6-1.
success is with Callan on the left and DJ on the right.
Correct. I agree. They need to maybe find a way to get back to that. That's great defense. Did you see the athleticism from Patrick Smith? He did what I would call a pirouette. I don't know if that's the right terminology. I've never been a dancer, but I feel like he did like some type of spinning pirouette, able to hit that with the
You've
backhand.
never been a dancer?
Wow. Not a legit one. Oh boy, DJ Young letting him know he is right here to stay. I heard the ball off his
Who's the
chest.
boss? Who's the boss?
DJ just letting him know, hey buddy, I am right here. I'm not going anywhere. I heard the thump of that Durafast 40 off of that Electrum shirt right there.
Or was it Pat's chest? 5'6"
I thought they needed to check the ball after it hit Pat in the chest. Good movement. Yeah, that's really well played.
But do you see how Pat, he was ready for the ATP, and then he continued to move forward, in their face, right at the kitchen line, ready to put that ball away as the ball was coming back over the net.
Yeah, definitely. They took control of the non-volley zone there, able to win that point with some dominant play from the kitchen area. I kind of think of Pat as like Chuck Norris.
6'6"
Jay with an unexpected missed serve. And let me explain what I mean. Pat got in a fight with the Durafast 40, and Pat won.
6-6-1.
Oh yeah, that ball made it. I think their paddles actually hitting slowed that ball down enough to keep it inside the baseline or the sideline.
There's no I in team.
7-6-1.
Patrick's with wanting to call a timeout. Jay Duvier calling him off, wanting to play one more point. 8-6-1.
All right, a slight 2-point advantage for the California boys. Jay looking to blow that ball over, but it was so close to the net. Once it clipped the net from Callan's shot, it was just too close.
And here's the timeout that we expected if they were to get more and more point. DJ Young, Callan Dawson taking the lead, and I think we're going to go to a quick break.
Yes, sir. This is Scott Golden and Megan Hall. We will be back to the action soon.
Serving team, you have 2 timeouts remaining in this game. Receiving team, you have 1 timeout remaining in this game.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back after that quick timeout.
Yeah.
3-point advantage for the California boys.
9-6-1.
Dawson and Young. That was great anticipation to defend that ball down the line. I think DJ thought he was going to catch him. He did not.
9-6-2.
That ball was not a tackle, was it, Megan?
Patrick Smith just becoming too impatient there. You could see the look of displeasure on Jay Duvier's face.
Here.
Just disappointed with the outcome.
10-6-2.
As game point is approaching 10-6-2.
Young and Dawson looking to end the game too quick, but Jay, DeVilliers, and Patrick Smith have another chance here with the ball back down 4. Let's see if they can make a run or if Young and Callan Dawson can hold. Little frustration there from Patrick. They're still feeling it from game 1, still feeling the energy, but they're not executing quite like they did in game 1. Just a little off here.
That's just wide.
I actually think Young had the right angle and he sliced it inside out, trying to get it to drop in, but just missed.
Wow, unfortunate for DJ Young, that ball clipping the net and just sailing wide and long.
Well, that's the chance you take when you attack a ball that's floating up there kind of high and slow. You have to create your own pace with it, and that one was just unfortunate.
I think it's amazing the footwork of Pat Smith and Jay DeVilliers on the other side of this net.
Yeah. Point. Nine, 10-2.
9-10-2.
So they've made a run. They were down 6-10 when this run started. There's Pat going for that third shot drive again, hitting the top of the net cord. That tape rattling as it hits and sides out to Young and Dawson. That's unfortunate. That soft drop from DJ Young, not making it over to that net.
10-9-2.
Yeah!
Side out.
Come in!
Great defense by Jay DeVilliers there as he is able to get the ball back for his team.
9-10-1.
Quick server.
You are the correct server. 9-10-1.
Oh, Jocelyn.
Second serve.
Man,
Missed.
come on, man.
Dink there, trying to be a little too good.
9-10-2.
Shoot.
Side out.
Righty, that's great. Righty.
It's a good attack there from Callan Dawson and DJ Young, the California boys, with another
10-9-1.
chance here to end game 2. That ball missing. Great drive on the third there by DJ Young and Callan Dawson. Able to close out game 2. I thought that was a much cleaner game from Callan Dawson and DJ Young in game 2.
Looks like we're going to a game 3, and I think we always want to see the finals going to a game 3. You know, great points, close games. That's what we want to see here on Championship Sunday.
I'd love to see a game 3 and then a game to 15 if it was up to me, but unfortunately this format does not have a game to 15. So we are going to see a champion crowned here at the 2020 World Pickleball Championships. Of course, the viewers at home, stay tuned. We are back to the action soon with a game 3. Scott Golden, Megan Hall, back to the action in a second.
But he's got placement
1-1-1.
overall.
Yeah, and he oftentimes sets up his partners for the finish. Oh boy, he got it. He got it, and then he won the point because Pat and Jay were were rushing to finish the point right there instead of staying composed on it. DJ likely scraping his knee on that one. Unbelievable.
2-1-1.
Come on!
It's really strong play there by Jay
That was
as he
another
defended.
misdirection. I mean, he really directed that away from DJ's backhand where he was setting up and hit right to the middle to his forehand. DJ Young unprepared.
Point.
Righty, come on.
3-1-2.
A slight 2-point advantage for the California boys.
Well, timeout.
Point.
There's a quick timeout from Pat Smith. Some visible
Score is
frustration.
4-1.
They're
Second
not
serve,
off
you
to
have
the
1
start
minute.
that they would have liked, but DJ Young and Callan Dawson able to gain an early lead here at 5 4-1-1. I'm sorry, excuse me, 4-1-1, I believe.
I got that, my bad.
We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back soon. All right, we are back to the action after that quick timeout. This is Scott Golden and Megan Hall bringing you all the action. It's 4-1-2 after the timeout.
Out.
I think Pat and Jay realizing he's going to hit that ball really hard. Just moving out of the way, parting the seas. That's a good timeout from the Wichita boys. You know what? That ball was going to hit this black banner back here. However, he did a great job, meaning DJ Young, hitting that Ernie into the body of Patrick Smith. So with the good comes the bad, and when it rains it pours, and that was a shot that should have easily been put away. I think the pace of it threw Pat Smith off just a tad.
I don't know if it was the pace, Scott. I think Patrick Smith right now is feeling a little tight, and maybe another timeout is necessary at this point as they're down.
That's another missed return there for Patrick Smith. Jay gonna try to carry the team here, pick him up.
No.
There's a good play. If DJ Young and Callan Dawson were thinking about this right now, they'd go right after Patrick Smith as he's just a little off at the moment. Jay's still playing very well.
Beautiful ball, Patrick Smith. I think what Jay and Pat need right now is energy, footwork. They need to move their feet, and they need to gain their energy back. That's when they start gaining momentum, and I think that they can get that done. They can come back in this game right now.
Yeah, and a nice bounce back from Patrick Smith right there as he rolled that forehand past DJ. Patrick Smith looking more like himself now at these points.
Yeah, I can see it.
That's really good manipulation from DJ Young. He went backhand, then it came back, then he went backhand again, and Jay lost that ball coming back over.
1-5-2.
1-5-2.
That's so good by Callan Dawson. Again, very disciplined, very calculated. He has amazing footwork. He always seems to put himself in the right spot at the right time to hit the right ball.
Not only that, that ball isn't coming up. That ball is skidding, sliding, and a very difficult ball to put in Patrick Smith.
Yeah, and he's so
5-1-1.
just smooth with it. He's not in a rush. So great defense here. Again, Callan Dawson not overpowering him, but looking for the right angles to hit to get the ball put away there. All right, looks like we've got a timeout. No, I'm sorry, we've got the switch at 6 here. Excuse me, that was not a timeout used. So we are going to take a quick break, and Scott Golden and Megan Hall will be right back for the rest of this second half of the game. All right, guys, this is Scott Golden and Megan Hall coming back for the second half of Game 3. This is our first men's pro doubles finals of the day. We'll have many more to come, but this one has been an absolute exciting game. What a nail biter we have here.
Hey.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot by DJ Young. Right down the middle, not even touched by his opponents.
I mean, catching the line. They were hoping it would go out, but that's just a beautiful shot.
7-1-1.
7-1-1.
complete domination here in Game 3 from the California boys.
Second serve.
That one's sailing long from Dawson. He's a man of few words. He just kind of shook his head, and he's right back to the next point. He's got a short memory. It's one of the things I really love about Dawson.
Cute. Cute. Yep.
Megan, are you seeing what I'm seeing? As those exchanges start 50-50 straight across the net, at some point, the sharper attack, it comes from the California boys. And then once they get that edge, they're able to put that ball high to low.
Go!
Side out.
DJ coming up short. DJ Young coming up short on that third shot drop.
1-8-1.
So one good adjustment, Megan, that I'm seeing from DJ Young there is after that third shot he blocked. Earlier he was getting hit with that next ball on the fifth. That time he was able to avoid that fifth shot drive from Jay, allowing it to go out.
1-8-2. Side out.
Sometimes this is what happens with pickleball. The momentum swings, and the momentum is definitely swinging in Dawson and DJ Young's favor right now.
We have seen comebacks of this magnitude here at the World Pickleball Championship. One of them last night.
8-1-2.
I think DJ Young and Dawson, if they can stay patient, I think they have this match in the bag. They're up significantly here with DJ Young serving
9-1-2.
at 9-1-2.
Side out.
No worries, baby.
I think that if we want to see Jay DeVilliers and Patrick Smith have some
1-9-1.
success, it would be in their best interest to have the patience and wait for their opportunities to put those points away.
Yes!
Wow, great hands by Patrick Smith, setting himself up for the put away there. That's the first time they've scored in quite a while, so let's see what they can build from this.
2-9-1.
2-9-1.
Point.
3-9-1.
3-9-1.
Yes!
Love the patience from Jay DeVilliers and Patrick Smith there. I think we need to see more and more of that as they're starting to connect each and every point together.
DJ Young thought that ball was going to go out, but it did land in. Kudos to him for calling that ball good.
Oh, Nick Court.
Second serve.
Yeah.
4-9-2.
Yes!
There's that backhand that we know and love.
Timeout's been called by the receiving team.
DJ and Callan calling a timeout.
5-9.
They still
Second
have
server, you have 1
plenty
minute.
of
That is your
point
first
differential.
timeout, gentlemen.
They just need a couple more points to kind of put this men's final in the bag and take home the win. But to break up Pat and Jay's momentum, I think it was a good call.
Yeah, we're going to take a break. After this commercial timeout, we'll be back to the action at 9-4. All right, guys, this is Scott Golden here at the 2020 World Pickleball Championships. We just witnessed the finals for the men's pro doubles. I've got the two guys who battled, left everything out on the line. I personally, it was a pleasure to watch you guys battle out there together. You guys are always fun to watch. Talk about that. Let's talk about that game 3 first. You guys got off to a little bit of a rocky start, down 8-1, then came 9-1, and then came soaring all the way back. What is the feeling when you end up coming up just a little short after you make that huge run? Talk to us about that feeling.
For me, it was disappointment. I missed 3 in a row right at the beginning, first in a hole right away, so that's just tough to come back. And, you know, he kept me, got me back into it, just being positive for me, and he was able to just go out swinging, and nothing to lose now. We get hot, we can get hot any time. Clearly, we can get cold any time too. So we just try to take 1 point at a time and see if we can get them to get tight a little bit, and we got them. And then can't believe I missed my bread and butter on 9-9 to give them that out. Anything can happen from there.
Yeah, and Jay, talk about obviously the disappointment there, but how do you personally now have to bounce right back, get your mind right to transition into a whole completely different world, into the singles finals against Tyson Mcguffin, who's in all his rights is the #2 singles player in the world right now. What's that like to have to do that, and talk us through those feelings and emotions?
That's why you can do it.
Well, you know, it's just tough. Tyson has been battling as well. He had a lot of matches. I had a lot of matches. So I think we're even. You know, yes, we lost this final. It was very close. It's done. There is nothing I can do. The only thing I can control now is the next match. So I'm really going to focus on that and hopefully do a better job than in the men's double final.
Do you feel good energy-wise? Are you feeling okay coming into this singles finals, or are you going to take a little time just to kind of wind down? What's going to be your game plan going in here as far as keeping yourself up and going?
Yeah, I feel fine. You know, I'm only 26 years old, so I guess I still have energy. Yeah, you know, we'll see again. I'm sure Tyson is ready for his match. I'm trying to be as ready as possible as well, and hopefully it will be a good battle.
Is Pat going to get you warmed up for singles? Is he your hitting partner for singles?
Well, if he needs to, yeah, for sure. I might play some skinny singles with 3 points, and
that's what I'm talking about. Guys, listen, we won't take any more of your time. Thank you for that raw, just authenticity from you guys. You guys, I guarantee you'll go home tonight and sleep well. You guys put everything out on the line there. Just some amazing 3-game match setter that we witnessed.
No, I mean, we had a really good run this whole tournament. You know, we battled through a tough group, and then quarterfinal and semis we played amazing. We played pretty well today too. Just came short the whole time. Just very close. I'm glad we battled back, so we were resilient enough as a team, and there's a lot of improvement we showed this week. I think and next tournament, we'll get the gold next one.
I love it, guys. This is the Wichita boys, Jay DeVilliers and Patrick Smith. They are here live with us at the World Pickleball Championships. We'll see Jay back on the court here in about maybe 15-20 minutes. And then I just got word that that's going to be the last final of the World Pickleball Championships. So Jay's going to send us out with a bang against Tyson Mcguffin. Guys, thank you so much for your effort out there today. I know the fans back home in Wichita and around the world have enjoyed watching you guys play and leave everything out there. So, all right, guys, we're going to be back soon. Take care.
Thank you. That was a great.
All right, guys, we're going to now bring over the men's doubles pro champions, Callan Dawson and DJ Young. If we could get those guys over here for an interview, we're going to keep rolling here. We appreciate Jay and Pat giving us a little bit of their time. Come on over, guys. First and foremost, congratulations winning a tough, extremely tough bracket here at the 2020 World Pickleball Championships. Talk to us real quick about the feeling of winning that here down in Southwest Florida.
2020
2021. So.
Well, we're in 2021, but this is technically the 2020 World Pickleball Championships.
Okay, what was your question again? Sorry.
He was just focused on that part. What does it feel like to win the 2020 Men's Pro Doubles Gold here at the World Pickleball Championship?
It feels amazing, honestly. I think just playing with someone that counts. I used to look up to him like all the time. Growing up, not growing up, but when I started playing pickle, when just being able to partner with him and win a big tournament like this, it's just a lot of feelings. Too many.
Yeah, and Callan, you're a man of few words on the court. I'm interested to hear your perspective. I mean, you guys came down to Southwest Florida to compete against people from all over the world, some of the top players in the world. Talk to us about those feelings that you have right now after winning.
Yeah, after that, it feels real good. Playing with DJ, it's nice to have a partner literally living in your hometown. We trained a lot together, and really just to start out the year and come out and win this tournament's a good feeling. Just for the year to come, especially playing here with all these great players. You saw how close that match was, so it feels good to win a tournament like this playing with such amazing players.
Yeah, definitely. I think the people at home love to hear some insight about some of the strategies in the game plan going into playing Pat and Jay in the finals. Did you guys, two questions. Number one, did you go into this finals with a pre-game game plan, or did you just go in and say, hey, let's just play the game and see how it kind of develops as we go?
Yeah, we really never come out with a game plan. We both feel comfortable from both sides, so I know a lot of people like to stack and do certain things because they love a certain side, but every time you see me and DJ switching or me and DJ stacking, it's usually how we feeling on a certain side or who do we want in front of someone else, so that's pretty much our strategy starting off every match.
When you guys got up, DJ, 9-1 in that third game, do you get a little, I don't want to say cocky or confident, but do you feel like, okay, we've got this in hand, or do you just go point to point and block out the score and how big you are up there? Because they did make a big run there.
There's always point to point, but the more you're up, the better they start playing for some reason. They just don't want to let go. So it's just very tough playing by them. And just, it's not, we just have to keep strong and keep playing well and just finish it out.
Did you guys feel like against them, as those three games unfolded, did you feel like you had any type of big advantage that you guys could exploit, or was it tough finding little kinks in their armor?
Really no advantage at all. It's more just staying patient, honestly, just trying to play textbook pickleball and being patient. It's a little tough to see with some of these banners, so it felt like both teams were a little cautious pulling the trigger. But yeah, it's really just playing textbook pickleball and see who can grind it out the most.
All right, and last question, and I know the viewers at home want to know the answer to this as well. Through the weekend, we saw you use some lobs at the pro level, very effective with the lob. I did make note on the commentary that you do it at the non-volley zone, the kitchen, and you make sure that you do it very timely and so that you're not doing it at a time where they're going to be able to anticipate it. What was your gut feeling when he threw up that lob at match point in game 3? Did you feel like he did pull the trigger at the right time, or what was your feeling when that ball went up in the air?
Anytime he lobs, I'm more than happy to be on the same side of the court. Just unreal lobbing, best lobber in the game.
And did you know that you were going to lob there, or is that something that is instinct that just happens in that moment?
Sometimes I think about it, but I'd say half the time I don't even think about it. I just get a ball out of the air and lob it. I don't know.
When that ball went up, did you feel like you were going to win that point off of that lob, or was it something that you just said, hey, I'm going to throw it up? Okay, you knew?
Yeah, and anytime he lobs, it's like 99% of the time he wins the point.
You know what? Even there was a couple times even you didn't get the ball up as high enough as you wanted, but you guys still maintained your composure and played good defense off of that. So I do feel like you're accurate in saying that like 90 to 95% of the time his lob is effective. Where did that come from? Is that something you've always done, or is that something you developed in your game over time? Because to be honest, I'm really bringing this up because we don't see it a lot at the pro level. So I'm curious about that and that mindset in doing that.
It's something I've kind of always done. I feel like my game's more control. I don't hit a lot of balls hard. I don't attack too much off of the bounce. So I just got to mix up something. So that's an offensive lob for me. And I love to take dinks out of the air. So whether I take a ball, so by lobbing out in the air is when I do it the most. That's a way for me to kind of camouflage a dink volley with a dink lob. So it kind of comes from the exact same position. So it's kind of hard to pick up right off the start.
And that would be the reason that you're saying that they don't anticipate you doing that, because it looks the same coming off your paddle. Is that what you mean?
Exactly. So you can either hit an attack, a expecting or lob ball from the same position with the ball out of the air when they're not off the bounds.
That's awesome, guys. And I just wanted to bring that point up because we just don't see it a lot. Guys, congratulations. Is there anybody you guys want to thank or anything else you want to say before we wrap up this interview?
Thanks, Pro Kenix, and thanks for everyone for watching.
Exactly. Thanks, Pro Kenix, and thanks for all the people back at Bobby Riggs and my family and friends supporting us while we travel. See what happens this year.
All right, guys, this is Scott Golden with DJ Young and Callan Dawson, winners of the Men's Pro Finals, taking home some cash and some pride. And I love the pink kinetic Pro Kinetics paddles right there. I think a lot of people really were taking note. They got a lot of questions on that. So if you guys want to follow up with them, message them on Facebook, find out where you can get that paddle. So, all right, guys, we are wrapping up here this interview, and we're going to see Tyson Mcguffin squaring off against Jay DeVilliers for the Men's Pro Singles. Coming at you soon.